Welcome to the Daily Show with Joel, True Life Investing. It's 4 o'clock Central Time, so you know that we're always doing this daily show. We've got breaking news for you today. This could change everything about the 2024 presidential election. You won't believe it. The Mexican president is demanding $20 billion of your hard-earned money for just to talk to Biden. Trump is attacking there's GOP reps that are resigning, and Trump is attacking them big time, calling them cowards and weaklings. But the big thing is that they're causing the Republican majority to actually thin out. And then we have Democrats that are actually uniting against RFK Jr. So we've got some big news today, guys. Again, we're going to come with you every single day with the Daily Show, making sure that you stay up to date on all the current events, all the current news. That all this matters because it pertains to what happens with your life, your money that's in your pocket every single day. Because again, too, as things get more crazier, especially when things get closer to the presidential election, you are going to be affected by who's ever gets the presidency, who's ever in charge of the House of Representatives, who's ever in charge of Congress, the Democrats, where they have the majority or whatnot. So I hope you had a wonderful weekend in this past Easter weekend for those that are of the Christian faith. And just want to say I appreciate all the thanks, all the likes, sharing these videos. It really helps out, and I appreciate it very much because, again, too, remember, it's all about the algorithms. Every like, every comment, every time you share this, it helps to grow the channel so that we can give back to you. Maria Cox, hey, thanks for the hands up. Randy Merriman, thanks for joining us today live. Thanks for all the likes. Remember, let's get to 100 likes. We get to 100 likes every day. We're going to be doing weekly giveaways on the Daily Show. So with that, we have Donald Trump, who has claimed that the president of Mexico lacks respect for President Biden. Do you have respect for President Biden? Because the president of Mexico literally just asked for $10 billion simply to talk to Biden pertaining to requests that he has. And a lot of critics are terming this diplomatic blackmail. What's actually happening is they're taking money from the U.S. They're taking money from you. It's your taxpayer dollars. It's not Biden's money. And with that, he wants $10 billion to talk. And then he also wants another $10 billion in just aid from the U.S. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that is one very expensive conversation. Trump said he wants to essentially just screw over Biden when it comes over the money that they want because they don't have any respect for him. But when you think about it, illegal border crossings are an all-time high. I'm going to share my screen with you. Let me know if you've seen this. I want to see it in the comments if you don't mind. But when you look at this chart right here, if you look at the past 3 years, we've had record high border crossings. You know what that does? That takes away from the U.S. citizens. That takes away from your Social Security, from the Medicare, from the Medicaid. Why? Because they get all these entitlement programs. Anyone ever heard of New York City giving away $53 million to illegal immigrants? Have you heard of all the sanctuary cities? All that money that is your taxpayer dollars, they are choosing to give to people that have not done what's right, have crossed the border illegally, and are trying to game the system and take away from you. Like I said, this affects your pocket. This is your dollars. If you look here, 2.505 million illegal crossings in 2023, 2.21, 1.66. Look at the prior years. This is Biden, 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 Trump, 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 and then so on. So when you look at it, they're taking money away from you. For another president to treat our president like this shows what they think of us. It's very sad. Even when the critics are calling this diplomatic blackmail, you know we've got an issue with foreign policy. Earlier this year, President Obrador suggested that the Mexican government would work to support the U.S. in making sure that there wasn't illegal migrants crossing over, but only They said, you need to hand us some of this. We'll work on the illegal border crossings over only if you have some of this. If you look, this is from New York Times, but check this out. This is from Statista. Same exact chart. What does this show you? It shows you that people are losing respect for the United States. They're coming to take our hard-earned tax dollars away from us, away from you that rightly deserve it. You may wonder how many people are actually going, there's a lot of people going from the Mexican border across to the US, but how many are going from the US to Mexico? Because we don't see that problem. But there was a journalist, Brian Kilmeade, who he reminded viewers that the Mexican president said earlier this year that we're not going to shut down our border until you change your policy on Cuba and change your policy on Venezuela. You know what? Whenever they asked Trump about this, and they said, is it okay for the Mexican president to dictate American policy? This is your money. This is your country, and somebody else is allowing this to happen. You know what? I love what Trump had to say. Trump said, it's very simple. Lack of respect for the president. They would never say this to me. They would never say before we even talk, they want 10 billion a year. Mexico just asked for 10 billion a year. They would never ask it. I wouldn't give them 10 cents. Let me know what you think about that and how Biden is addressing it versus how Trump is addressing it. Because there's two very big differences, two very big ways of they want to operate it like this. You see it. You see the border. You see how many people are coming over. Those numbers, they're consistent across all the different spectrums. Right now, we're in a crisis. Does this chart really show the truth? Well, yes, it's consistent across all the websites. Do we have the right person in office to fix this? For a long time, does anybody remember somebody saying, hey, we need to build a wall. We need to build a wall. Let me know in the chat, and hey, don't forget to like this video. Really appreciate the support. It helps out with the algorithms, helps out to spread this video out abroad into the YouTube world. But how many people remember somebody saying, hey, we need to build a wall? We need to build a wall. Michael Thomas, thanks for joining us here on the channel. Really appreciate you. And Deanna Scott, thanks. Thanks for being in the chat. So Trump said we need a wall. And when you look at what's happening, it's basically like the floodgates have opened up. This is really heartbreaking. Let me show you an image. When you look at this right here, these images of these caravans of people, these are real people. And for whatever reason they're coming over for, they're enduring a lot of stuff. And then what's really heartbreaking is those people that are trying to do it right. They are trying to make sure that they're entering into the country the right way, following what the rules. And this is where it makes it really difficult because they've had the most crossings in the past, 20 years ever, and also the history ever. And what is the government doing about it? I'll tell you this. There's somebody who wants to do something about it. You already know who I'm talking about. So next thing we've got is right now, Trump is furious with the Republican Party. One thing that is hurting the future of the Republican Party is that the majority of the House is literally up for grabs because there's razor thin margins right now in terms of how many seats that they hold over the Democrats. When you look and see what's the majority, this is, let me share my screen. This is the majority of what the Republicans have held over the past 20 years. When you look at where we're at right now, right here, you're talking about the slimmest of slimmest majorities. The Hill reports that Trump's criticisms were aimed at Gallagher and former Representative Ken Buck, who both chose to retire early from Congress, leaving their seats empty. Gallagher will resign from Congress in mid-April, leaving his seat open until next January. Buck resigned last week to be replaced in June. The openings combined with other vacancies in the House bring the GOP majority to just a single seat. Guys, one seat determines whether the Republicans have the majority in the House. This is something that when it comes to, if you're trying to pass laws, if you're trying to get things done, especially on the Republican side, if you are Republican, and hey, thanks, Deanna Scott. Remember, hey, 4 o'clock every single day. I'm going to be here supporting you, bringing the most current news and bringing you the facts and data of what's going on so that you can be educated. Because remember, this affects your pockets every single day, all these decisions that are made. But the openings combined with the other vacancies in the House, what do? They're bringing the GOP majority down. They're literally giving up the majority. And this is the thing. Trump's like, hey, I'm trying to win this. I'm trying to win the presidential election. If he wins the presidency, then he has the executive branch. And then if we have the House, then we have the two of the three branches. But then you got the Senate as well. If Trump wins, they can get some stuff done. If Biden wins, you're going to see a lot more stuff get done because they're going to have essentially the majority over all the houses, over all the executive branches. You have even House Speaker Mike Johnson, who told reporters, I was surprised by Ken's announcement. I look forward to talking with him about that. Well, looks like it's too late, buddy. But what's going to happen this year? Who needs to be in charge of making laws? Who needs to be in charge of passing bills? Because for the next 4 years, we're about to determine this in November. Remember, you matter, your vote matters, your tax dollars matter. You don't want to be giving them over to another country just because we have a weak president who doesn't have a backbone to stand up and say, hey, you are going to do something about this or we're going to throw tariffs on you. This is something that when we look at the American people, we have to stand up for the American people, and we can't just be giving billions of dollars away. When you look at right now, the amount of money that's going out to other countries, this is your tax dollars. This is potentially these tax dollars could be used for your Social Security, for your payments, for your SSI, SSDI payments. This could be used to take care of our children. This could be used to take care of our families, our streets, our security, our safety, our borders. And yet people feel like they can threaten us to say, you need to give me $10 billion just so we can talk, so we can have a Zoom meeting. Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. This is literally breaking my heart to see people treating the United States of America, the number one country in the world, like this because the president is seen as a weak president. If we had a stronger president, did you ever see this happen whenever we had Trump in presidency? Never. And even if they did, you know what Trump did? Bam, put a tariff on them, put sanctions on them. And you know what they did? They backed off. Tell me, do you want a strong president? Do you want a president that's when other people look at us, they say, no, hey, you can't mess with the US. Hey, nothing's going to happen because that guy is not going to allow it to happen. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Hey, let's get the likes. Remember, appreciate all the likes, all the chats. Deanna Scott, appreciate all your loving chats on there. And hey, we want to have the right person in office. And I'll say this. To me, it doesn't matter what party they are, whether they can be independent, Democratic, Republican. We have to make sure that we are taking care of our people. We're taking care of our seniors. We're taking care of those on Social Security. We're taking care of those that are children and our families. And we're putting America first. That's what matters. British Gray, good afternoon to you. Hey, remember, 4 o'clock every single day with The Daily Show. Last story that we have for today. This is the game changer, guys. Listen up. I really want y'all to listen up. This is something that if we don't make a change, or if the whatever's going to happen in this next election is determined by our votes, but we can make that change. I want you to see this. This is insane. Right now, the Democrats are trying to unite against who? RFK Jr. Why is that? They're trying to unite against him because they believe that he's going to steal votes from them. They believe that because RFK is not trying to align with the original establishment Democratic Party, that the Democrats are going to lose. They really want to see President Biden reelected. And now they're coordinating forces literally against him. This is crazy. When you look at this visual right here, this is a Gallup poll that was done. 43% of the the U.S. adults identified as independent. 27% identified as Republican and 27% identified as Democratic. This is huge. This is the highest that it's ever been in the history. And with this, the Democrats are desperate. They want to see Biden reelected, but check this out. Doug Gordon, who is a Democratic operative, said we should use every tool available to us to expose the truth about RFK and his running mate. Expose that they have no path to the 270 electoral college votes needed to win. We all know you need 270, I think it's 270, to win. But if in RFK's mind, he wants Trump to win, he identifies as Democratic, he goes independent, there's going to be a lot of Democrats that still vote for him, making Biden's percentage come down, making his percentage come up a little bit. Even if it's 4 or 5%, that could help Trump win. Let me know what you think. Are you in favor of RFK running as an independent? Because remember, he was a Democrat. He was trying to get the Democratic nomination, but he lost to Biden, and now he's running as a independent. With that, they said what they're really afraid of is, of course, RFK taking the votes. The Hill reports that they pointed to the 2016 election, Hillary versus Trump. They said when Green Party candidate Jill Stein took votes away from Hillary Clinton, this contributed to the Democratic nominee's loss. Remember, money is king when it comes to elections. Check out this chart. I want to know if you've seen this chart, because remember, there's a lot of money involved in this. And usually when it comes to the presidential elections, the more you spend, usually the people that spend the most is the person who wins. In 2020, let me know if you know this. The Democrats candidates spent $3.1 billion with a B. $1 billion with a B. Versus the Republican candidates only spent $828 million. This is insane to win an election. What do? They put out TV ads. They put out all kinds of billboards. They have people that are calling you, hey, who are you going to vote for? Hey, vote for this, vote for this. And this is where, when it comes to your money, your taxpayer dollars, where is it going to? Is the Democrats, are they putting America first? Are they putting our seniors first? Are they putting those on Social Security first? Are they doing what they're supposed to be doing to take care of the American people? Or are they choosing to put other priorities above the American people? I'm not saying the Republicans do that either, but what I am saying is that I've heard one presidential candidate who has repeatedly said what? America first. Make America great again. That right there should tell you putting Americans first. When Donald Trump was in office, lowest unemployment for all races. Hey, look at that. I didn't know it would do that on this. Hey guys, do y'all like the thumbs up? Let me see if it does it again. Guys, look at this. How awesome is this? Did y'all know that this could do this? All right, let's do it again. One more time. Who loves the fireworks? Let me hear it in the chat. That is so awesome. Let's go. And look, I want to do this because I know it's going to do this too. For everybody that's watching, for all the likes, let's get some likes and let's see if this works. Let's go. Hearts and love for the channel. We got the fireworks. We got the hearts and the love for the channel. Guys, how awesome is this? I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do this live stream. I didn't even know it was going to do that. It just popped up. But I love it. That's really cool. So back to the story. Remember, it's always a tight race when it comes to the presidential election. Remember, especially with Bush and Al Gore. So when it comes to the tight race, that means your vote matters. Your vote has a dollar figure tied to it. And that is your taxpayer dollars. That is your decisions. We have to make sure that we put the right person in office. Even Trump said that Kennedy, RFK, was great for Make America Great Again, for MAGA, because he would be taking votes away from Biden, which would be a great service to America. Trump is literally saying that by RFK running, he's doing a great service to America because he's going to take votes away from Biden. He also said he is crooked Joe Biden's political opponent, not mine. I love that he is running. With that, the DNC has a team that is actually, guys, check this out. The DNC has a team that is actually keeping tabs and keeping a close eye on the Kennedy campaign. The team also includes a lawyer named Dana Ramis, who served as the White House counsel for Biden to keep track of the states where Kennedy is on the ballot. His campaign says he'll appear in New Hampshire, Hawaii, and Utah. So this is literally putting the Democrats on watch that RFK is gonna try to win. I mean, he wants to win. He wants to, but realistically, independents usually don't ever win. It's either Republican or Democrat. And so with that, this is something that when you look at how much money is being spent, when you look at who's going to put America first, who's going to put more money back into your pocket, who's going to make sure that our seniors, our children, our families are taken care of, that's where your vote matters. And that's why we have to make sure that we put the right people in office. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We're going to do this one more time, guys, because I'm just super excited. How cool is this? We got the thumbs up, which gives us a thumbs up, one thumbs up. There you go. We've got the fireworks for both thumbs up. We got the hearts for the channel. We love everybody on the channel and just want to appreciate every single like. I appreciate every single comment. You are awesome. You make this come to life. The Daily Show every day at 4 p.m., bringing you the top current news, showing you the data and analytics so that you are informed to make sure that we continue making the best decisions. We're voting the right way. You know all the stats and data. If you enjoying this, give us a like, put a comment down into the chat or comment down below. We appreciate y'all, love y'all, and we will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. for Joel with the Daily Show and True Life Investing. Take care.